You guys, today is New Bible Day. And today I'm super stoked about this one. This is the KJV Store's Reader Edition Bible with Sacred Syntax. And I'll show you guys why I'm super stoked about this. Been waiting for a while. They've been out of print, but something cool happened. I had to jump on it, and it did come in a box, but I saved the time of that. Looks like they sent a little booklet with it. The Bible, the Book, the Business. 21 years of the KJV Store. You may have seen a review I've done before on one of their Bibles. It was in fact, I actually have it right here. It's you can see that, the wide margin study Bible with the Schofield notes. Their craftsmanship and quality is phenomenal. But I'm super excited to show you guys what this Bible is and why I had to get it. So stay tuned. We're gonna flip the camera and get an overhead view. Okay, so here it is. Again, it comes with this little booklet, the Bible, the Book, the Business, from the KJV stores. It talks about their 21 years of being in business. Again, if you guys have not checked out this store, I highly recommend you check it out, thekjvstore.com. It's where you can get all the beautifully crafted KJV Bibles. Highly recommend them. This is my second Bible from them. Super excited about this one. Again, as you can see, it's the KJV Reader's Edition Bible, and this is a special Bible, and I will show you why. So here you got the King James Reader's Edition Bible, edge-lined goatskin with the KJV store down at the bottom. You see this box here, and it's got sacred syntax, which I'll get into what that means. So I'm just going to leave this here. You can pause it if you'd like to go through this. But we're just going to kind of do a rough presentation of what this Bible is. Nice clamshell box we can see here. The papers on it. Let's get these off. Okay. So as we can see here, it is a full Yap Bible. Beautiful gold art gilding. It's got the tool line around the text block. It is perimeter stitched, as you can see there. And on the spine, we've got 6 raised spine hubs. You've got Holy Bible, King James Version, Reader's Edition, and their KJV store logo. See that nice pebbly, it's a really smooth goat skin, nice pebbly grain. Feels really comfortable in the hands. It's a really good size Bible here. So on the inside, as you can see, it is edge lined. This is Smythe sewn or Smith sewn. It's got the split skin calf liner. You can see the corner work is phenomenal with that gold gilt line around the text. I believe it's got, let's see here, 3, if we can get to them, 3 of their beautiful red ribbons here. And yeah, it is a very, very gorgeous Bible. I did want to read what they say about this Bible on their website. So it does say, this is kind of their little thing that they wrote about it. It says, the KJV Store Reader's Edition Bible with sacred syntax solves a 400-year-old dilemma by applying the most poetic setting and visual system to the world's most poetic biblical language, the text of the King James Bible. This patented system of special formatting designed specifically for reading in the KJV Reader's Edition is known as sacred syntax. Sacred syntax offers a helpful structure to modern readers without interpretation or paraphrases, by simply highlighting what is already present. It is a harmonious mix of Scripture's poetic indents, numbered lists, parables, and arrowed endings that capture the heart of prayer and prophecy, which ultimately connects the reader to God through the special formatting of His Word. So, this is a paragraph setting with verse numbers in the margins and added space before verses in text. It's got offset poetry and special formatting for lists, letters, prayers, parables, dreams, and visions. It is an 11-point font. It's a Monarcha font, I believe is what they call it. It was designed and typeset by 2K Denmark, goatskin leather, and also it is the Oxford Hollow for a lay flat design. It is 32 GSM paper. And what's cool about this Bible, we'll get into it, but it's got a glossary, quote index, and Bible maps. And I'll show you all this. It's really, really a beautiful Bible. So we'll start from the top. You got your presentation page, really clean, simple. And then you got some cardstock. You got your Holy Bible, Reader's Edition. And there you go, King James, KJV store. You got the little Bible verse there. In the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Amen. You got your contents. And here's a guide to what is in this Bible and what makes it so special. So you can kind of see here they've got a couple different meanings for their drop caps. So if the drop cap takes up three of the lines, it indicates that it's poetry. And then for all other lines, the drop cap takes 4. And then they've got section headings. So they've got, which we'll see, black is the major section, and then there's red is the little sections within that major section. All your page information is down here at the bottom. It is red letter. What's cool about this too is anytime that the Old Testament is referenced in the New Testament, they do a semi-bold type, which is really cool. And then in the New Testament, they do a semi-bold, which indicates it was quoted from the Old Testament. And we'll get into that. And then you have poetry sections are indented by 12 millimeters. They have a LI when it's a list as you're reading the word. They have LE for letters when a section is a letter that was written. And then they have prayers section, which are indented 6 millimeters, and they have a ragged edge on the right-hand side. So it's really cool because you can kind of know what you're reading as you go. And then you've got parables indented 9 millimeters. And then you have dreams. So it'll say DR next to where the dream starts. And then they have visions. And it's got the VI for visions. And then I think this is beautiful. They do a end of book taper. So at the end of each book, it tapers down in this reverse pyramid or upside down triangle, whatever you want to call it. So we'll kind of go in this and show you here. You got your Old Testament title page, and here we are, the book of Genesis. So you can see here they've got the black for the main subject at hand and then the first day. And I really like how they keep the verses on the inside, and they also space the wording out from the gutter, which makes it really easy to read. You're not searching down in the gutter for it. Also, what's really cool is I love how, so with paragraph Bible, sometimes it's kind of hard to find what verse you're at, but this makes it really easy. So like, for example, you see verse 5 here, your eyes automatically go to that extra space. Verse 6, and then you get to verse 7, verse 8, boom, right there, and verse 10, and So you can see it's really easy to find where verse 11 starts. We'll just kind of go through this. This is a really beautiful font, really easy on the eyes. I'm really excited for this to be just my read through Bible. If you notice, there's no cross references. So let's get to some of these examples in here. We'll just flip through it so you can kind of see, and then I'll point them out when we get to them. This is all new. I literally just opened this, as you saw. So I got to go through and learn it all, but you can see I like how they do the little sign at the bottom there, what book and what page, kind of like it's a letter, piece of art. I don't know. This is such a beautiful Bible. So I want to get to the end of a book if I don't keep flipping past them all. Let's see, Ezra. There's an example of a letter. So it starts LE. So this is where you know a letter is written, which is kind of cool, just so you know what you're reading as you're going through. And it kind of helps you grow a new relationship with the Word of God and just presents it in a fresh way. And this is absolutely beautiful, just seeing the end of the book taper like that. So there's Proverbs, get into Isaiah, and then I'll show you some of the red letter back here in the New Testament. So there's the New Testament. See, it's a beautiful red font, easy on the eyes. So like right here, for example, I don't know if you can see this, but this red letter here, if you notice, it's a little darker. And then the rest of the letter is white. So when it's a semi-bold font like that, we know that this is quoted from the Old Testament. And what's cool is they have a whole list for these verses. So if we look here, we know we're in Mark chapter 14, and this is verse 27. So what's cool is if you go to the back, let's go back here. So Mark chapter 14 and verse 27. So we get back here, and you will see the quote index. So this is all the Old Testament, which we are reading currently in the New Testament for Mark. So we flip over here to New Testament. And we go to Mark chapter 14, verse 27. It was quoted in Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 7. So I think this is a really cool feature and addition they added to this Bible. Another thing that I really like is the word list. So this is from the Trinitarian Bible Society. It's all of the archaic words, if you will, or words that we don't really use today or that might have a different meaning. So as you're reading, you can come back here and check these out and find out the meaning to some of these words. And you can see it. They've got a ton in here, which is awesome. It's got a reading plan. So it's got a 2-year reading plan, first year and a second year. And then you get to the Bible maps. And they've got, if I can turn the page here. They've got quite a few. You can see it's on this nice cardstock. It's not glossy, which I like. It's kept out of the gutter. Really colorful. I really like the colors of these maps. So yeah, this is my new reading Bible. I really like what they've done with this Bible. There's that beautiful bookend, Revelation. And so anyways, I really have been wanting one of these Bibles when I saw it, but they sold out so fast. And I email or whatever. They have a subscription thing you can email when you get notified when they make a new shipment of them, a new run. But I got lucky and they sent out an email saying they had a few of the overruns, which is where they order a specific amount they're going to sell, and then they order an extra however many for, faulties or anything that might happen they can replace it with. And so they decided to sell those. And luckily I saw that email right away and hurry and bought one, because I went back to go look again for fun, not even an hour or so later, and they were already sold out. So I got super lucky, super blessed, super excited about this, and just wanted to share it with you guys. You can see here too, Hebrews, how it's that semi bold again, all references to the fact that it was quoted from the Old Testament. But super unique, super cool. I'm very excited for this. I think it's going to make reading, just my read through, that much more exciting, that much better. Helps you, like I said, know when you're reading about dreams, visions, letters, lists. They did an amazing job with this. So hope you guys have enjoyed this brief review of the KJV Store Reader's Edition Bible with Sacred Syntax. So as always, go in grace and grow in grace. God bless.